Thank you, Chairman Hill and Ranking Member Waters, for holding the hearing today, and thank you, Chair Powell. Always good to see you here with us. Chair Powell, you may recall the last time we spoke, I brought up the issue of credit risk transfers, CRTs, and urged you to allocate more resources to ensure that that framework applicants were receiving decisions from the Federal Reserve. I've recently heard back from stakeholders that they are receiving decisions from the Federal Reserve regarding CRT applications. I hope that the Federal Reserve team continues to be focused on cutting down the backlog so that financial institutions can take risk off their balance sheets. Thank you for that. However, I still have concerns that we are not fully optimizing the use of CRTs. In the case of mortgage risk, CRTs have successfully shifted risk from taxpayers to private capital, including capital markets and global reinsurers. While government-sponsored entities have clear regulatory treatment under the Federal Housing Finance Agency, financial institutions lack similar clarity, particularly under Basel III. I understand that the Federal Reserve has begun to provide guidance, but more is needed to ensure that financial institutions can effectively manage risk, stay competitive globally, and serve their customers. Chair Powell, do you believe that there should be greater alignment in CRT treatment between banks and GSEs?
That's a great question. I will take your feedback back. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that.
And I just wonder what steps is or could the Federal Reserve take to clarify and harmonize capital rules to promote financial stability and competitiveness in this space?
Again, I'll take back your feedback, and that is our objective: is to be timely and thoughtful in that work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. In April 2024, Synapse Financial Technologies, a fintech company that provided banking-as-a-service solutions, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This event significantly impacted its partnerships with various fintech firms and banks, including Evolve Bank and Trust. To this day, I have constituents in Tennessee's 6th District who are not able to access thousands of dollars of their funds, and there has been no communication regarding the timeline for resolution. Chair Powell, since the Federal Reserve Board is a supervisor of the Evolve Bank and Trust, could you provide any updates on what you are doing to ensure that my constituents receive their funds and the expected timeline for them to receive their funds?
So as their supervisor, as you point out, we've been pressing that bank to get money back to their customers, and we're actively engaged with the bank as they take steps to do so and return that money. We're deeply concerned about the complaints that we've heard and aware of concerns raised during the bankruptcy proceedings. And to the extent there are violations of law, we'll follow up on that.
Thank you again. And are there any specific steps that my constituents could take to expedite the process or ensure that they receive their rightful balances?
I'll have to come back to you on that. There may be. I don't have anything for you, though, on that today.
Thank you. And Chair Powell, is there anything else that the Federal Reserve Board is considering to prevent situations such as this on a going forward basis?
Well, I think when we see things, it's a lot of pattern recognition, so we'll be looking to avoid things like this happening in the future.
All right, thank you. I think there has been a lack of appreciation for the work that President Trump has done to restore the American workforce. It is his example of calling federal employees back to the office that we are now seeing corporate America follow as well. Chair Powell, as the federal government and companies move to end work-from-home policies and bring employees back to the office, how do you anticipate this shift will impact key economic indicators such as productivity, urban commercial real estate markets, and consumer spending patterns?
That's a really good question. I'm not sure of the answer. I've always felt that I am personally more productive in the office, and that's where I work, except on weekends when I work at home. But in terms of productivity, I think there are different views. I know a lot of CEOs feel strongly that people are more productive in the office, and we'll just have to see. I also think, though, that on the other side, work from home did allow very high levels of labor force participation among, for example, women. we had all-time record high participation by women. So I think there are benefits from work from home. I hope we continue to realize those.
Gentleman's time's
you.
expired. The gentleman
yield back.
from